Hi, welcome.
Hi, NOORDA-COM. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be completing your secondary application, and thank you for having me today.
Great. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my full name is Elizabeth Jade Manticon. I was born in Conyers, Georgia, lived there for about 7 years until my mother got accepted into law school in Miami, Florida, to which we moved down here. We technically moved back home because my father was born in Miami and my mother was born in Cuba, but then lived in Miami majority of her life. My entire family is Cuban. Some of us were born in Cuba, some of us, were born here, so we're considered Cuban Americans, like me. I'm actually bilingual, so I, grew up in a very close-knit family, lots of food, lots of conversations, lots of laughter. Very big family, I would say. And I'm an older sister. I have a younger brother. I'm about 5 years older than him. To me, it's like I'm the third parent because my parents had me relatively young. So it was like us three together as a knit group, like raising the younger one. And, it was always an experience. It was always a good time.
Well, thank you for that. Now, tell us a little bit about what you like to do for fun.
Well, I like to read. I love to go to the gym. I love to go walking. I love to travel. And I especially love spending time with the people that I love. I think it's essential for me to be able to decompress and relax. And I use that as an outlet so that I'm able to bring the best of myself to the table. It's very important to me for this because if I want to take care of patients, I've always followed the model that I need to take care of myself as well.
So what does service means to you? And give me an example of an experience that left a lasting impression upon you.
Well, to me, service is a privilege. It's being in a position that allows other individuals to trust you, to help them during the most difficult moments. And I would say that one experience that truly changed my perspective about service was when I was volunteering for Yaya Por Vida. Yaya Por Vida is a nonprofit organization we worked in downtown Miami and in Miami Beach, passing out Narcan and basic necessities to businesses and to the homeless population in that area. To me, before that, I never truly understood how difficult it was for them. And then until I began to have conversations with them, understand them, listen to their stories, and truly try to help them, that I then understood that a lot of people judge, individuals that are experiencing homelessness or substance abuse disorders. They judge a book by its cover. They're not truly understanding the person. They're just judging them based on their situation. And, that's what service has truly changed my perspective in that aspect, because you can't just judge somebody off of first glance.
How do you learn, grow, and contribute as part of a team?
Well, working at the FIU Student Health Clinic has taught me that healthcare is a team sport. Everyone has different personalities and different strengths, but we all have the same goal, and it's to take care of the patients. One thing that I've learned throughout the years, I've been at FIU for around 2.5 years now, and that it's helping your teammates ultimately helps the patients. If another medical assistant was tied up with a patient and the next patient arrived, I never thought twice about bringing them back myself. It wasn't about whose patient it was about keeping the clinic running smoothly and allowing all the patients to have their allotted time with the providers. It wouldn't be fair if, one was waiting outside when I could have brought them in myself. I also really value feedback because it challenges me to become better every day. In return, I try to create that same environment for others by sharing what I've learned and encouraging questions when I'm training a new medical assistant. I try to impart on them the knowledge that I learned at the beginning to see that it helps them throughout their time here as well. And healthcare is built on collaboration. You learn about it in the student health clinic, but as well as every single hospital in the country. And I believe that we all grow when we're willing to learn from one another.
Why osteopathic medicine?
Okay, so my interest in osteopathic medicine really began with my own physician, Dr. Bordoni. She is a OBGYN doctor of osteopathic medicine. She always took the time to understand what was happening in my life, not just what was happening in my body. My mother actually went to her for around 10 years before I started going to her. And my mom always, when I was younger, tried to impart on me the osteopathic principles that she learned from Dr. Bordoni that I also learned myself when I started going to her. And that experience showed me what whole person care actually looks like, and it's the type of physician I hope to become and be for my patients. I'm also very excited to learn osteopathic manipulative medicine because I love the idea of having another tool to help patients beyond medications or procedures.
So if we choose you, why NOORDA?
Well, for NOORDA, there are a couple of things that really stood out to me when I was researching the school. First, was the curriculum. I've always learned best through independent study, followed by applying what I've learned through discussion and hands-on experiences. When I was researching NOORDA and looking up the curriculum, the flexibility of the pre-recorded lectures combined with interactive learning fits the way I've always been successful throughout undergrad. For example, in my biochemistry and organic chemistry 2 class, those 2 classes I got A's in because of the way that the curriculum was with the pre-recorded lectures. And I'm also very interested in the early clinical experiences because I'm a much needed hands-on learner. The sooner I can connect what I'm learning in the classroom to patient care, the better I can retain it. And this worked for me as a medical assistant when I would learn the anatomy and apply it to patient care, and it always, it's stuck in my brain from then on. And honestly, I just love Utah. My parents and I booked a last-minute trip to Utah a couple years ago for Christmas time, and I thought it was one of the most beautiful places. So the opportunity to live in Provo while attending a school whose philosophy and curriculum genuinely fits the way I learn is something I'm very excited about.
How do you learn, grow, and contribute as part of a team?
And then I know.
This is what happened. How do you learn?
We're